Hey guys, it's my first review about watches, so please be kind to me as I'm probably gonna do a lot of mistakes. And I wanted to share with you that I don't have the proper equipment, so it might be a bit shaky. So please bear with me and don't crucify me in the comment section. So let's start. The watch itself is the Alpina Extreme Sailing Regatta Timer. If we start off with the packaging, as you could see, it comes in a regular leather box branded with Alpina and a regular outer cardboard box. The model number, if it could just focus, is AL880LB4V6, and the retail price for that piece is $3,695. It comes on a rubber strap. It also comes with a kind of a nylon style NATO strap branded Alpina Genève, which is in very good quality wise. But in my opinion, it's a bit useless because I've tried it and um, I don't quite like it, to be honest with you. So if we start with the watch itself, first off, as you can see, bear with me because, as I said, I'm holding the camera with one hand and doing the rest. So it's not ideal, but I promise, guys, if this video does well, I'll buy all the proper equipment for future reviews. Okay, so start off with the dimensions. The watch itself is 44 millimeters, lug width of 22 millimeters. The thickness is about, I didn't measure it exactly, but it's roughly 15 millimeters. Um, it has a diving bezel, unidirectional bezel, with a compass scale. And the bezel insert is sapphire crystal, so it is very scratch resistant. It has applied markers and super luminova. The lume is pretty decent, not the best, but pretty decent. And it has a sign crown with the Alpina logo. The pushers are very easy to operate. It comes on a rubber strap, like you could see, signed Geneva on this side, and Alpina, if it could focus on that side. The case is very intricate, the way it's done. Just bear with me. Again, I'm sorry for all the shakiness. It has brushed and polished surfaces. It's a cushion style case. And what I liked, if you notice the outer part of the case, that side, what Alpina did is they mimicked it with the pushers on that side to give it a nice symmetry. So the case itself is very unique to Alpina and very good. Let's talk about the movement a little bit. Okay, the movement, as you can see, is modified with a custom rotor. The Alpina in-house movement is based on a Celita SW500. What Alpina did is they modified, like you're gonna notice, I forgot to say this, there's no date on the watch. So technically, what Alpina did is they removed the date function, they removed the small second function, and they modified the chronograph module to be a 10-minute countdown regatta yatch timer. Okay, and the movement is nicely decorated, but not too much, especially for that price point. I expected a bit better. And again, let's bear with me. I'm trying to operate the pushers with one hand. So here we go. I just started the chronograph. and we'll see the regatta timer uh, doing its thing while we speak a bit about the clasp. The clasp, as you can see, has brushed finishes with the Alpina Genève writing and the logo. It's machined, not stamped, so it is a very good quality clasp. And about the rubber strap is amazing. It's a lovely Italian rubber with the vanilla scent, extremely good quality, and this is what you should expect for this price point. Sorry about the grime on the watch and everything. I forgot to wash it, so technically I've been wearing that watch quite a bit those days, and sorry about that. And as you could see, the regatta timer, the first round indicator, has went from black to blue, and the hour hand, not the hour hand, I'm sorry, the second hand has this bright orange reddish color with a nice sweep to it. I'm not sure about the vibration per minute, but I don't think it's 28,000 because the sweep is not that smooth, but it's not that far from there. And the crown is oversized, very easy of operation, and has rubber around it for ease of grip. So, what I wanted to share is a bit about the Alpina brand heritage. Alpina was founded in 1883 in Geneva and unfortunately was a victim of the quartz crisis in the late 70s, beginning of the 80s. The brand was revived a few years ago and was bought by Frederic Constant, and Alpina is the like sister brand of Frederic Constant, but more in the sporting division. So technically, all the Alpinas are more of a sport watches. They have the extreme diver lineup, the extreme sailing, extreme avalanche. They're all extremely rugged, extremely well built. The only issue I would have with their lineup is with their Star Timer Pilot. It's a plain copy of the IWCs. So technically, they didn't put their own spin on it. They just plainly copied the style and added their logo. The same onion crown, the same style dials, and everything. But it's not the case for the extreme divers and the extreme sailing. As you could see, the case is very unique to them. Um, and very original. What I liked about this watch and made me pull the trigger on it is the finishing and the attention to detail is for this price point is second to none. I own a Seamaster, Omega Seamaster Professional, and to be honest with you, finishing wise, it's pretty much on par. And back in the day when I bought the Seamaster, it run me a bit over 6 grand. And this one, to be honest with you, they retails for 3,695 bucks. But if you look around on online, you would be able to pick this one up for pretty much sub 2,000 area, which I did. I didn't pay the 3,695 dollars because at this price point, to be honest with you, I think it's not worth it, and you would have much better alternatives. But to pay around $1,800 to $2,000 for it, I would say, hell yeah, go for it. It's a hell of a deal for a sub $2,000 watch. But over 2,000, I would start considering maybe other alternatives. Um, for example, a few Amigas on the second-hand market could be a very nice alternative. I'm thinking maybe about the Seamaster pre-bond with the wave dial. A few Breitlings like the Super Oceans could have been around that area. Well, not to mention all type of brands and everything, but I mean, you get the point from what I wanted to say. For over $2,000, you might be better off with something else. But for around $1,800 to $2,000, I would say, guys, go for it. The watch is phenomenal. You won't regret it. And what I wanted to add also is that the regatta timer is pretty unique. Like most of watches with the complications those days are either way chronograph, a date, just a date, um, retrograde, which is a more for the higher end watches. So just the fact to be able to find a watch sub $2,000 with this quality and a unique complication like this, and as we speak you could see that the first round in the timer has passed from blue to orange, so now we're at the 6 minute countdown. So it all five went blue and then they're gonna go all orange, and then technically the regatta timer function would have processed his whole purpose, which is to permit to all yacht and sailing people to align themselves the 10-minute window before the starting line. I'm sorry, guys. Please bear with me. My phone is ringing. Sorry about that. Okay, so the phone has been picked up. Sorry, guys, about the delay. And what I wanted to say again before I was interrupted is that all watches in this price point have wonderful finishes. Um, and one of the reasons why I decided to pick up the Alpina is its uniqueness. Um, I'll try to do a full video of my full collection in a few maybe weeks or so when I have time for it. And you will see why I picked up this one, because my collection was pretty much very conservative, very standard, nothing exciting about it. And I like the fact that the rotor has a weird shape. It's kind of, the main part is reminiscence of the Alpina logo, kind of a triangle, and the other part. And what I did like about this part, obviously, it's not gonna be super unique or anything, but it's the uniqueness of it. If you look at it in the back, it says Alpina Extreme Sailing Limited Edition, and they made 8,888 of them, and mine is number 328. So it's not the usually watch that you're gonna find every day. It's not super unique, don't get me wrong. It's not gonna go up in value like a Rolex Daytona or something like that, or a Submariner. But I mean, it's a watch that you're not gonna find on everybody's wrist. And this was one of the main points why I wanted to buy this watch. And as I said, there's some features that you won't find in many other watches. Like, for example, the bezel insert is sapphire crystal, which is extremely scratch resistant. I had this watch for about roughly 6 months now. I've worn it in pools, at beaches. Technically, it's my everyday go-to watch. I've banged it up on doors, on side of my car. Roughly, it took a beating, and there's not a single even hairline scratch on the bezel, so it's extremely resistant, extremely unique, and it's a tool watch like everyday watch. So for this, thumbs up for Alpina. I commend them on that, and they did a pretty decent job. My only concern would be for them to offer more unique style watches like they did on their extreme diver and extreme sailing line, and to start doing so on their star timer line, and not copy bluntly IWCs. So it's pretty much everything I wanted to say about this watch. Would I recommend it? definitely. Would I recommend you guys paying full price or retail for it? Definitely not. But if you look around, you, like I said before, you could get it for way cheaper than the retail price, and for around $1,800 to $2,000, I would go hell yeah, get it, guys. It's a hell of a watch. You won't be disappointed, and it's extremely unique. The only maybe downfall of it is the watch is a bit thick. Other than that, it's a 44 millimeters and it wears way smaller than it is. So for the people who have concerns about the 44 millimeters, it wears more like a 42 than a 44 because of the shape of the case. And if you look on the side profile, the lugs are extremely short, so it wears very small. Like I said, you could see that the watch is very thick, and that's would be the only downfall for me. But again, for me, it's not a deal breaker as I'm a big guy. So for me, it didn't bother me that much. But other than that, it's a fantastic watch, and I would definitely recommend it. So thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out. And as I said in the beginning of the video, sorry for the shakiness and the lack of professionalism, but I'm just starting. I don't have the money right now to buy the adequate equipment, but if this video does well, I promise you guys, I'll take it as an investment and I'll buy all the proper tools and everything. And I wanted to say a big thank you to a YouTuber who encouraged me to start doing reviews of my own collection. I'm part of the Facebook group and a subscriber from the early days to his channel, and that would be Tristano from the TGV channel, the Urban Gentry. And if you're watching TGV, a big shout out to you. Thank you so much, man. You're an inspiration for me, and I wish you all the best. Thank you. Bye bye.